Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has now entered the support region, the micro support area. In the previous video, it was simply just, it had touched it already, this support region. And now we are basically, now we see the price dip into that support region further. And the price has also reached that 100% extension level, which was the first ideal target for the wave C to the downside in that in the short-term bullish count. Okay, we have a short-term bullish scenario, we have a short-term bearish count. It really only makes sense to look at the micro patterns at the moment because there's not much more going on, really. It's super boring at the moment. So it's interesting though, because the market is now putting that short-term bullish scenario to, well, basically this is the stress test for the short-term bullish scenario. The market needs to turn around to the upside before we get a break below 58,360. Okay, so that is the key level here. 5 up, 3 down, and Bitcoin needs to finally complete this correction. So the good news is, obviously, we had a scenario in which in both counts we were watching for lower prices. That's usually, if we have that and both counts point into the same direction, at least until a certain point, that already gives us good, let's say, good predictive qualities, or, you know, at least the chart is more predictable then. Remember, we had a 5-wave move up into resistance, and then here the idea was that in the short-term bullish count, these 5 waves should now be corrected by a corrective pullback in a wave 2, but also in a short-term bearish count, which is the white one, we should see the price go down lower, even lower actually. So in both counts, therefore, we were watching for lower. We're now in the, we have now arrived at the point where these two wave counts should diverge from each other. So in the yellow count, we want the price to hold the 58,360 level. Doesn't need to go down to that level. Ideally not. Ideally, we don't go much lower, but obviously until we see a first small rally or some upside momentum, the correction is set to continue. But for now, we have moved into the support region. And if I zoom in a little further, we are now looking at the next fib level that could offer support. So this one already did offer some support around 61,900. The next cluster of support is to be found around 60,860 and 60,645, and then around 60K and then 58.3K. And there is not much more to add because these are now the levels that Bitcoin needs to hold. From a micro count point of view, I think we could argue that we are now already in the 5th wave. The 4th wave finished here as some kind of a running flat, and now we are just looking for a first reaction. And it takes minimally a break above the 62,870 level to indicate that a low of sorts is in place. Really minimally. And then ideally this would be another small 5-wave move up and a 3-wave pullback. If that then holds a higher low, then we can confirm that also here this setup is complete and that we are likely going to move higher. So this is now the moment of truth that we've been waiting for in the last few days, because remember, this entire correction, which started, I think it was around the 13th of March, is still ongoing, or it might be complete already. Okay, it might have completed on the 1st of May. But then we said, okay, what we need to see as confirmation that this entire correction is over, we need a 5-wave move up, we need a 3-wave pullback. And yep, we've seen the 5-wave move up, but that's not going to be enough. We also need the 3-wave corrective pullback. And this means this is now what we are checking. The market or the price needs to stabilize in this micro support region. And then from here, we want to see a 3rd wave rally to the upside in the yellow count. Okay, in the yellow count. If we break below 58.3K, okay, where could we go then? Well, the next main support level here on the Bitcoin chart is then 55.4K pretty much. That's the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement of the larger cycle. That's going to be an important one. But first of all, let's see if we're holding that micro support area. Really, this is an important juncture now. And these two counts, yellow and white, now that they moved temporarily together, they should diverge here from each other. Okay, so if we don't see a reaction, then it's the white count, and to keep the yellow count alive, the market needs to turn around soon, but still has quite a bit of space in that yellow support region. What else to mention? Bear in mind that both of these scenarios are part of a larger degree bullish scenario, as long as we're holding the larger support region. So it's all, at the moment, it's just like the first proper reversal attempt here now from this main support region. And yeah, time will tell. The market, the bulls now need to show up. Okay, there is a setup. The bulls need to show up. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.